Hello everyone, it's Michelle Patterson here, and today's video is going to be a review about the Noom app. Now that's Noom app. This is a wellness app where you can track your calories, you can, track your food, not calories necessarily, but track your food. And if you sign up for free, it is just that. You're just tracking your weight, tracking your food. Now, when I signed up for Noom, they kept having this thing come up where it was showing like, hey, are you ready to go to the next level with your wellness? So basically they have a Noom coach system thing where you can sign up for a wellness coach. Now this is supposed to be somebody who knows about nutrition, exercise. That's how it's advertised, okay? You're also supposed to get group support and articles. And what I really loved about Noom and was so excited about was the fact that they take the psychological aspects into account as well. So this really got me excited, and I thought, okay, finally. And I was doing really, really well with it. They give you a 7-day free trial, 7-day free trial, and I'm just popping open the app, so forgive me as I look down. And the problem was that some red flags were popping up about this right from the beginning, and I did kind of choose to overlook it. So the first thing that I noticed was that, you take all these quizzes and everything, and then you get assigned a coach. Now, when I got the coach, it seemed like she was giving me auto responses, like pre-typed out auto responses, and it was like I was dealing with a robot, right? So it wasn't personable, right? So there was one that was the closest to being personable that I could find, where she says, oh, hi from, I don't want to call too much out on this person. If it even is a person, I don't know. And I was like, oh, hello back. And she was like, oh, how awesome. Well, I can't wait for our check-in. So that was about the last time I heard from her. She completely blew off the first check-in. It got into almost week 2. She was over a week late. When she finally did get back to me, she took accountability and she said, I am so sorry. I missed last week's check-in. How are you doing? So the fact that she owned up to it and she apologized, that meant a lot to me. What then bothered me was that she just said, how are you doing? What? Fine, how are you? I mean, what is this? Are we on the street having small talk, or you want to jump in and make up for missing last week by talking to me about, okay, I reviewed your food log. It looks like you need more of this or more of that, or let's try this. Do you need help? What do you need from me? Kind of thing. There was nothing of the sort. It was just, how are you? But still, I wanted to give her the benefit of the doubt. So I wrote back and I said, well, it's been a very, very, here, I'll even read it to you. Let me get in here. I wrote back to her and I said, it's been a slammed week with work and home projects, so not a lot of energy to exercise or cook. A little challenging. She stopped communicating with me. So not only was she kind of robotic in the beginning, and because I had kind of a deep reason for doing this, and she just kind of blew past it, and it was like she didn't even read it. Do you know what I mean? And then she misses our first check-in, and then she asks, how are you doing? I answer her, and she ignores me. Okay? Or she just didn't respond. And I was like, okay, no, this is not what was advertised. This is not what I signed up for. This is supposed to be someone who's supposed to give me advice and support, and I'm getting neither one of those things. So I wrote back, actually, and then I used her name, can we cancel my account? I've been doing this on my own. I can keep on like that. Thank you. She was not fazed, okay? I don't want to read what she said. I mean, I guess I could, but again, I don't want to call anybody out necessarily. I want to warn people out there about this, because this wasn't the worst of it. This wasn't the worst of it. So she basically tells me, you purchased this through iTunes, so you have to cancel through iTunes. She sends me the instructions. Okay, fine. So I go through the instructions. I go ahead and cancel it. But I noticed she wasn't like, oh my gosh, Michelle, listen, I'm really sorry that I missed it. Yeah, let's talk about your food log. No, it was like she was happy that I was gone. Like, oh, you want to cancel? Here, go off and cancel. So I go off and cancel it, and I'm like, okay, enough is enough. I'm not paying for this. And I was only a couple of days, or maybe a few days past the free trial anyway. Wasn't even hooked up with my group support yet or anything. So I write to the company, and God, should I pull up those emails? I write to the company and I said, I respect that you typically have a no refund policy, but here's the thing. Sorry, I'm trying to pull up the email here. Here's the thing. I signed up under the impression that I was going to have a coach, and she didn't coach. She didn't do anything. And I don't like this. Okay, so can you make an exception, and would you mind giving me a refund? Okay. So then I get the whole plasticky fake smile kind of response. Thanks so much for reaching out to support. Happy to help you with this, but I was unable to find your account. Okay, fine. So I come back and I give more information, and then I didn't hear anything. So I come back to them with the code and everything that I used to get in there, and they don't respond to me. So now I go to my credit card statement. So here's what's interesting. Pay attention to this if you're thinking about doing this app. I would not recommend it. Not by any stretch of the imagination. Do not put yourself through this, okay? Please remember, this is just my experience. I know there are some people who are having a very, very good experience. Either those people actually got lucky and got a good coach and I just didn't, or you don't know what you're supposed to be getting and you think you're having a good time, but really you're paying for something that you're not getting. So look into it for yourself. I'm not here to spoil anybody's good time. If you're like, no, Michelle, this is like a godsend and it's working really well, God bless you, okay? I am so happy for you, and I wish you continued success. But for a lot of us out there, and I went on Facebook and I realized, oh my gosh, a lot of people are having problems with this company. Anyway, it's so much. So I have to back up a little bit here. When I went into iTunes to cancel the subscription, it said that I was charged $44.99, which was a promotional rate. This is why I went ahead and did it, because they were having, I think it's around like Labor Day weekend or something, on my app, it was saying, ready to get started just for $44.99 for the month or whatever for this coaching. And I was like, you know what? I've been thinking about doing this anyway. Okay, so through the app, it has a little button. I forget what it said. Something like click here to get started. So I click there, being under the impression that I'm going to get charged $44.99. When I go into iTunes to cancel, it says $44.99. I go to my credit card statement. They charged me $60.45. Customer service has not been answering me, right? So I come back. Let me find the response here. Oh, here we go. Found it. Okay. So I write back. I see now that I was charged more than I agreed to pay. It was supposed to be a promotion, and I was charged, I told her, and then I gave the last four digits of my credit card. And then I got very, very clear, because I feel like with customer service, you need to take your power back. You need to not let these companies do this to you. So I had to bullet point why I wasn't happy. I'm not feeling too happy about this right now. Here's why. : Let's number them out, okay? The coach didn't coach. I signed up because, this is me saying this to customer service, I signed up because ads made it seem like I'd get support and advice. That didn't happen. It was clear the coach didn't even look at my food log after she missed the first check-in. I mean, unbelievable, really? I tried to communicate that I had a challenging week and she didn't respond at all. 2, when I told the coach I wanted to cancel, she wasn't concerned. Like it didn't occur to her that she failed to do her job. Really? 3, I was charged more than it was supposed to be. And 4, I reached out again to you all with necessary information about getting a refund, and no one has responded with a resolution, nor has there been an apology. So up till now, nobody has apologized. Nobody has even acted like they care. There was none of this like, whoa, what is your coach's name? None of them asked anything. Like they were not going to look into it at all, because this is the kind of company that they set up it just feels like they set up a certain thing. And then when they fail to do their job, they might automatically assume that it's the client who is mistaken. I don't like that. You need to investigate. You need to look into what's going on here. And then I said, I was enjoying this app at first and even did a post to my social media audience. Now I have to take it back. See, that was my bigger concern. Like, oh, crap. How many people have gone off and signed up for this because I said I was liking it, I'd like to know what you propose to make this right. So then after that, I get this, unfortunately, our discounts are only, I forgot. Okay. So then they write back and say, hi there. Thanks for reaching out. No, thank you. Unfortunately, our discounts are only available when purchasing a Noom subscription through our website. BS. Nope. The advertisement came up it did not say anything about having to go to, this is BS. Said nothing about having to go to the website. Nothing. Okay, so now we're getting into some very unethical business practices. Okay, our promotion cannot be applied to purchases made through the app, Store or the Google Play Store. My apologies for the confusion here. So why does iTunes still say $44.99 or whatever it was 44 something, and then I get charged? Something's not right here. Something is no good. And then they talk down to me as if I didn't follow instructions to cancel the first time, and they copy and paste the instructions on how to go through iTunes and cancel, which I've already done. We're past that, okay? Oh, and then she goes into requesting a refund. You have to go to Apple to request a refund. So I do this. I follow the instructions. I go over to Apple. They send me back to their website and say you have to go back to them to get your refund. So we know that customer service here is useless and they're not even paying attention. So I've had to open a dispute with my credit card company, and so far they're being silent about it. So I don't know what's going on there. I don't even know if I'm going to get my money back. I have no idea. So then the next response is, "Hi there. Thanks so much for your reply, and I am so sorry for the troubles. Unfortunately, I am unable to see if your cancellation was processed through iTunes until the end of your billing cycle. I apologize for the inconvenience." So they can't see if I've been canceled until the next billing cycle. So I could potentially have to face this again and have to fight them again come next month. Are you hearing me here? Stay away from Noom. Stay away from Noom. When I heard that, I was like, no, okay, no, this is shady. Something shady is going on here. And I flat out told them, because I'm not one who takes nonsense. I maybe missed my calling as either a psychologist or as a lawyer because I don't like injustice. I don't like injustice, and I don't like it for me, and I don't want other people to have to go through this. So that's why I get kind of fired up about this stuff. So I basically, make sure I got it. Oops. Anyway, I came back and I said, this is ridiculous. Now you can't even confirm if it was canceled, much less talking about a refund. I've already told you, like, they keep bouncing me back to you. You guys are doing nothing. And hold on, let me find, where was the last one? So I finally come back and I'm like, that's it. I'm going to report this company. I'm going to go to the state attorney general's office. So I got to look up what state that they're actually based in. I will absolutely file a complaint unless some real resolution happens quickly. Okay, but I'm not looking. I mean, how many customer service people and a coach have I dealt with, and none of them have done satisfactory work. None of them. And also to the Better Business Bureau, and I told them that. So then after I sent that, "Hi, Ms. Patterson," with that again. Okay. "First and foremost, I'm deeply sorry that your support inquiries were handled so poorly." Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Now you're getting it. Okay, thank you for acknowledging that. "They were not dealt with the amount of care they should have been, and for that we sincerely apologize." They are so lazy that they can't even match the font from what they cut and paste to what they actually wrote. Okay, because then we get into what is the boilerplate response. "We wish there was more we could do here. We know this is how frustrating this type of situation can be, particularly because it involves payment, but iTunes does not allow us access to any Noom subscription information if a user purchased their subscription through iTunes." I mean, okay, I can accept that as an answer, but that's weird. How do you have an app that you can't control? How does that work? Explain that one to me. I don't get it. And even if it's like, oh, well, this is a common thing, it needs to be fixed. It's unacceptable. It needs to be fixed. Anyway. Happy to help, but as we told you in our last, in our previous, how did they put it? Oh, you need to cancel the subscription through the App Store as explained in our previous response. I went ahead and pasted the instructions below again in case you need it. How stupid. They're making the assumption that I haven't already followed the instructions. I got that part. I don't need you to talk down to me and tell me how to cancel it, all right? Like, we've been through that, okay? The problem is that they are not giving me my money back, and they are not confirming that it has been canceled. Okay, and they're saying, well, we won't know until you get billed again. Take it up with iTunes. Ew, something's up here. Something's just not right. So, essentially, and now, P.S., I'm still paying for the service, and my coach has really backed off now. She's not doing anything, and they don't care, okay? So there is this unprofessionalism going on here. There are numerous problems about what was being advertised and then what actually came through. this whole nonsense of, oops, you went under that, you shouldn't have gone under that. No, 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 no. There was no instruction saying that you can't, they charged me too much. I mean, it's a mess. It is a hot, hot, hot mess. Would I recommend personally Noom to anybody? No. Run away. Run away as fast as you can. And I don't know what to tell you, okay? Now, if you're having a good experience, awesome. Then I hope this doesn't happen to you down the road. But I've had, oh my gosh, this is so ridiculous. It's just utterly ridiculous. And the thing is because I'm a bit of a social warrior, I don't like it when people get taken advantage of. I certainly don't like it when I get taken advantage of. So I want to make this video to give a thorough review of my experience with this company and what I intend to do from here. And, you know, you make your own decision. You decide if it's right for you or not. Now, I guess feasibly you could sign up and get a really good coach who cares, who, you know, takes their work seriously, but I wouldn't hold my breath if I were you. So be warned, and I hope this was helpful. Take care.